council race. The city council race in the state of Texas actually is odd years. I have a strategist here today that's going to tell me that I'm right or wrong.
That's correct.
And next year, the 2024, we will go into the presidential election, which is every 4 years.
That's correct.
So our system is great. Democracy is great. If we don't use it correctly, we're going to lose it. I want to start off my political season on the Esther Davis show with a strategist. This is a person that handles the politicians. He actually interviews the politicians and tell them if you can handle this job or if you cannot handle his job. So please welcome Mr. James Turnett from South Dallas, the southern sector of the state of Texas.
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so good to see you.
This is mine.
How long have I known you, James Turnett?
Oh my gosh, you've known me since the 90s.
Yeah, since the 90s, since we were all that. Now, were we with AT&T or Time Warner?
I think we were with Time Warner first. No, we was AT&T, and then we switched over with Time Warner. Ain't that how it went?
No, I think
we switched to it 3 times.
Wait a minute. You know what? I think it was Time Warner came into Texas and wanted the business.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And the reason I remember that so well because I was just blown away. Time Warner came in with 500 channels, and they beat out all of the other competition. AT&T has always been here.
Yeah, so, AT&T has.
Yeah, it really has.
And basically, when you're dealing with them now, you still deal with AT&T.
Yeah, that's true. AT&T is not going anywhere at all.
Nowhere.
So you're this strategist that I've known all of these years, and now we are talking to James because. If you go back to your 2020 census really picked on Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove is larger. It had grown the biggest, and it has a new congressional seat coming that's tied up in court right now. Stop me when I get off base here. So now what are you doing now for the candidates that want to run into your area? I'll call it your area.
Well, first of all, you got to understand the problems that you have in the demographics. You got one of the worst teenage pregnancy dropouts. Pleasant Grove, zip code 75217-227. And Pleasant Grove have every problem. We can check every problem on the box. Is in Pleasant Grove. But you
also got all of the small businesses are centered in Pleasant Grove. I mean, you go down Buckner and it's every 200 feet is a business.
Yeah, and these businesses are old businesses that have been there a long time, and they're associated with 2 or 3 parties in particular, people, but they're not a part of the group of Pleasant Grove, the people that are moving to Pleasant Grove. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we would consider old money, mostly Caucasian people, and it's a group of people that work together.
Okay, so now you live in Pleasant Grove or you live in Joppy?
Well, I live actually. We called it Pleasant Grove, but now for some reason they call it East Dallas. Okay. So I live in East Dallas right now, near the Buckner Terrace, East Dallas area. But again, we've always called it Pleasant Grove, all of that area, Pleasant Grove.
And that's now on a city council level. That is District what?
7. That's District 7. It's one of the largest districts that we have in the 1401, and it's pretty big. It covers Pleasant Grove. It covers Joppy. Which
now look at this. Is that District 7?
Yeah, it's pretty huge. It's like a boot, and so we have Joppy, we have Buckner Terrace, we have Old East Dallas. It's a lot.
Now, where is Montoya's area?
Okay, that's South Dallas. We have the South Dallas. All South Dallas is a part. Some of downtown, off of Lamar.
Downtown?
Yeah, some of that area downtown, all the way downtown, that district now. That's part of District 7 as well. A lot of those apartments down there. So it's growing, and that's where we're getting the cultures are coming in from that area.
His name is James Turnett, Turknett. It's been around a long time. Okay. Yes. So are you involved in the city council election?
Yes, I am. I'm involved in the city council
election. What are you doing?
I'm right now working with a young lady who is a realtor, a real estate broker named Tracy Doty Hill. Okay. And we are helping manage her program that she's working. She's also a United States Air veteran with the Air Force. And
she's a retiree for the Air Force?
She didn't retire. She just went into the Air Force. Okay. I think most of her time is in real estate, being a real estate broker.
She's a busy woman.
She's also an election judge, and she's a precinct chair And so she does a whole lot of outreach for her community, for the seniors and the people in her community. I'm involved with her to help her become more of a strategy and outreach person, introducing her to things that she could do for the community. I just got off the phone with someone in Joppy. We introduced a lot of programs for Joppy and for the seniors, and Friday I'll be in Joppy, and opportunities where we brought money in. I went in and talked to the businesses where we brought money into the Joppy area for the Black people. They're getting ready to build a recreation center there
at Joppy.
In Joppy. Now, I was the person that went in there and helped institute that and talk to all the people, because the former city councils and the people had basically taken all the money from that area.
Now you're talking about Joppy.
I'm talking about Joppy. And so all this area, Pleasant Grove is right next door to Joppy. South Dallas is right next door on the other side of Joppy. So these communities are kind of the same in a sense. And so, the area is booming. They did try to bring the Byron Nelson Golf Classic to.
Well, didn't they bring it for a year and then took it away?
They took it away.
What happened?
I guess it didn't turn out, which we never thought it was a good idea in the first place.
I thought it was swampland down there.
It's swampland, and you remember there used to be a golf course there for Blacks, and it would flood all the time.
That's right. Oh, so that's right.
We don't know why they would build a golf, but they did. They bought it there, and we helped work with that program. And also we had the civic leader, Miss Shalandra Gallimore. She was on the board of that, and we made sure that our Blacks were there, had businesses, and they were part of the golf. They worked their businesses and things there. So we've had some good results in that area, and Ms. Gallimore is doing good. So right now, working with Tracy Hill, and we're trying to get her more involved in the community. She's used to doing it at precinct level, and she does an excellent job. Now she wants to serve District 7.
Well, I think she has the right place. That's Joppy. Now, Joppy has a lot of history.
Yes.
And it goes all the way back to slavery. Established in 1872. It was an African-American place after slavery, right?
That's right.
And you still have some relatives down there.
Yeah.
That's what Burl Jernigan told me. Now, I'm repeating something I heard.
Yeah, I'm working with one of the oldest families down there from the Jacksons and the Bosches, Chris Bosch and all of them. Their families down there.
Okay, we know who Chris Bosch is.
So we're working with their families down there, and they have a lot of people down there. Shalandra Gallimore, she's one of the Bosches and Jacksons. She's part of both of those groups of people, and they have houses down there, and we're really working to transform the Joppy area. Now, it's not easy, but it's happening. And so we believe that the same kind of transformation can begin to happen in Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove is growing in numbers, but it really hasn't grown in outreach of dealing with people. There's nothing to do. When you don't have anything to do for young people, you're going to have problems.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Period. That's it. So I'm a strategist. I know how to get things done. I worked as with the Weed and Seed. That's Weed Not Crime, bringing in opportunities with the police department.
Weed and Seed, right.
And we did a great number for Pleasant Grove when Ben Click was in office.
Oh, that's one of our police officers.
And Bolden, yes.
Yeah, and Bolden.
They was chiefs, yeah. And so Chief Shirley Gray, we did a great opportunity going around. We pulled down a lot of crime. We had police officers everywhere. We now, again, need some of those same opportunities to be brought out again. Some of those same opportunities to be brought back. Also in the Joppy area, we brokered a deal. We was going to bring about 50 to 80 businesses down 310. 310 is like the 75.
The old
75, right. And so they were going to bring them down. Unfortunately, the city council voted against us, and I brokered a deal to kind of a little reparations for the people in Joppy. They were going to give them $1.9 million, do a $500,000 beautification, but the city council got a few people, and then in some falsifieds, other people, I'm not going to say any names, to get the city council to vote against it and try to make it appear that I was there to get money, which I wasn't getting a dime. This was going to the people of Joppy. So basically, they lost their own opportunity to receive the reparations that maybe they deserved.
They deserve reparations in Joppy because how long have they had running water down there?
Oh my God, Joppy is still, excuse my language.
You feel like you're in the desert. I can't really explain it.
It's like you're in the 60s.
Yeah, that's a good. Housing. There's no new housing down in there.
There's some places down there. It looks like the 60s. And so we are fighting to get streets, sidewalks, basic things that you take for granted down there in Joplin, street lights, things like that, just to make
And
it look
people live
normal.
down there.
No grocery store,
No.
no grocery, no gas station.
It's crazy.
Okay, and this black
And it's been going, it's been there for 200 years.
Yes.
Okay, I went to Dixon
Uh-huh.
Circle this weekend.
Uh-huh.
There was a street named after Dimple Jackson. Dimple
Yes.
Jackson was a precinct chair for 50 years. She died at 93 years old. So
Yes.
I was asked to come. Some of their family members belong to my church. I had not been down, and that hasn't changed at all. Dixon Circle. So how far is Joppy from Dixon Circle?
Oh, it's not that far. It's all in District 7.
It's all in District 7.
It's all in District 7. Just a few minutes, you can get over to Dixon Circle. You can get over to East Dallas, South Dallas from Joppy. You just go down either 310 or you go, down the other
I
highway.
think some of the Jacksons that you mentioned in Joppy may be connected to the bloodline of the Jacksons from Dimple.
Dimple Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
she was.
related,
Okay.
She was a lady that died, and they named the
Yes.
street after her.
Yeah.
which was amazing.
She was a smart woman, Miss Jackson.
But she was a precinct chair for 50 years.
She was real intelligent.
Yeah.
She's real. She had a vision. It's just you can be a pioneer and be before your time. And sometimes people, they just don't see what you see. And she had a vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even
Okay.
that's because she's 90. I mean, she's born in 1920 or somewhere in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about you as a strategist. As a
Mhm.
strategist, you just said something. You deal with the land and proposals and the developments and the appraisal and the people. I mean, I thought you were just picking people to run for office. Bring me up to date on your resume.
Well, I'm an all-around politician, and you may not know this or may not remember. I've worked in Congress, so I have a vast knowledge of politics. I'm a precinct chairman, and I do a lot of things, sometimes predominantly like the city councils do. They allow me to come in and do things and oversee different things
Right.
because of the knowledge that I have. A lot of times I have more knowledge. Honestly, I probably have more knowledge than the mayor. I've worked for years in doing these things, programs,
I
and
would
projects.
say that the
So,
strategist is pretty,
it's not a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge in outreach programs and helping communities. But I'm one of those people. I'm thankful that I'm one of those people that, the strategies I was using in Pleasant Grove, we brought those same strategies over to Joppy, and it was life-changing for them, just life-changing because they hadn't saw that stuff. And so Joppy was just so forgotten.
Wow.
And I'm so happy to see them back. But right now, Pleasant Grove, we're really working to rebuild Pleasant Grove and do some powerful things with Tracy and East Dallas. And Tracy, I believe she's the key to making that happen. If we're going to do something, the time is right now to get behind one another and do something. There is no time of talking. There are several groups in Pleasant Grove I'm working with. There are restaurants. One in particular is called Star Out Soul Food. I'm taking school board trustees there to eat. I'm taking candidates there. So if we're going to support each other, we have to start at this level.
Okay.
So we want to make things happen. Blacks need to support blacks. Well, you do it at a small level, and then you work your way up.
Yeah.
You don't do it from the top. I've oversaw Jamaicans. I've oversaw all kind of blacks. In my Jamaican congregations in the north, they work together. They take 50 people, and everybody give $100 a week. And then they give you 5,000 one week, you 5,000, until they made sure everyone had money, and they would start their businesses and buy their houses and help each other. We need some strategies and ideals to pull ourselves out of the situations that we're in.
Out of the poverty and out of the all of the graphs we had on the last segment of the Esther Davis show gave us women that were in business and women that were moving forward. But Pleasant Grove.
Well, let me tell you something about the women, why you're so powerful. Now, I'm going to show you something. Now, I'm going to tell you why you haven't moved forward, but I'm going to tell you what you can do to move forward.
Okay.
See, you may not know this. We don't have the same opportunity that you have. You may not know this and look like it.
You're saying black women don't have the same opportunity
I said
as
we
African Americans.
The men as the women. Let me explain what I'm saying. In 1948, under Eisenhower administration, they gave blacks 8% of the pie of America. That's a slice of pie.
Okay.
Or pizza. Okay.
Okay.
Since 1948 to now, we still have a slice of pie. My question to my instructors, why? They said, you don't share it. That's a part of it. Okay. You don't share it. They said, no, we're going to tell you the truth.
No, we don't share.
We're going to tell you the truth. We threw everybody in your pie. We threw the women's liberation. Huh? Yeah, that group you're talking about, that making all independent women, we threw them in there.
Feminist group.
We put them in your pie and gave them your money. Now you see the LGBT crew in there. Now you see they have a group where when the foreigners, the Middle Easterns and Asians, you wonder why all the gas stations, all the hair places,
all the 7-Eleven places.
Let me tell you why.
All right.
They come here, they give them a project, they give them $250,000 for a home off the money that was allocated to us. Now, I'll tell you why, it's going to break down in a minute. Then they give them $250,000 to start a business. So they get that money out of their pie. America is set up that the white male is 100%. The white female is 50%. The black woman, including all of the races, is 33%. I bet you know this, my partner. The black man is 0.
Because they threatened with the black man.
He's 0. So there is some things we cannot do, only you can do.
That's correct.
Do you see what I'm saying? So they had to divide.
Well, wait a minute. There are also some things that you left out the white woman being put in as a minority.
Well, that was done under Bill Clinton's organization.
Oh, okay.
Bill Clinton tried to get every white male to become a minority and failed, but he got to prove that all white females are minority. So what happens is, if the move is going to come, it has to come to the black woman. So let me show you what's happening to a lot of black men. I have a lot of my clients. Why did you go get a contract? I tried. They said I need a 51% female owner. They're not going to give it unless they have a black female owner.
Okay.
Now I'm black, but they're, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. They want the black female in there.
That's a design to keep me out, to let you and give you upper hand and have you not work with me, and then divide us up.
They're that feminist group again.
Divide us up.
Okay.
So that's a design. See, they saw people could not stop us from marrying. So we even married during slavery. We jumped the broom. And we black people just believed in marriage. They were going to get married. So what they had to do was get Martin Luther King Jr. out of the picture. Once they got Martin Luther King Jr. out of the picture, then they released this strategy to pull out, discombobulate our communities. We used to have millionaire businesses take businesses out of our communities. And now you don't have them in the business. Take and throw the jobs way far out. Well, you got to drive a long way to get to the job. Take these skills out of the schools. We used to have, automotive mechanic, construction, wood shop.
We used to
out of the schools.
We used to have, and I'm also, I am one of those. Hold on just a second, my good friends here. We used to have a guy named Leon Sullivan that created jobs for blacks. I don't believe the white man is our problem. And I'll say that publicly.
Yeah.
I think the problem is us.
Right.
That's what I think.
I think the problem is us totally.
I think because all you got to do is I got to get along with her.
Yeah.
Because we got the money.
Right. But now I'm not saying the white man is our problem. I'm saying that we have had an enemy in high places that has put a design to cause us to be in. And that
enemy has not always been the white man.
No.
But what the white man has did was cause the divide between a black woman and a black man.
No, what we have done, and this is so important. You have to take responsibility for yourself.
Now
you got to share.
I agree with her.
You cannot blame.
It's our fault.
It's our fault. You can't
because
blame.
We stopped doing what we were supposed to do.
We stopped doing what we were supposed to do. And I was a youth director in South Dallas for years at the church. We returned one year $25 million to corporations because we didn't spend it on educating our children. We didn't apply for the money. And I'm talking 1980. I'm sorry. Speaking to my mic. Okay. Because I don't think, slavery, we had slavery. We were freed. We were believers in God, and all the stuff we prayed for, we got.
Yes, that's right.
God didn't leave out anything. We got it all.
Selfish.
But Betty Colbert was on earlier.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, everybody loves Betty
Betty
Covert.
gonna tell it like
Betty
it
told
is.
it like it was, and she told
Okay.
it she gave us 6 minutes to talk to her because she had to go somewhere else.
Mhm.
But she said she was talking about Operation Breadbasket War on Poverty from the
Mhm.
60s. Today is
Oh,
Dr.
man.
King's
That Betty
55.
Covert is deep.
But she said the
Mhm.
second generation didn't pick it up.
No.
So we got to take responsibility.
We have to take responsibility. And this is our time to take responsibility. It's not the white people. It's us as a people dropping the ball. Our men don't come together. We have, like you said earlier, so many egos. We're so concerned about being right with that tribal mentality that we are not uniting ourselves and coming together in prayer. Pastors won't come together. I got to be this. As long as you keep a little man mentality. No, first of all, nobody knows everything. They say I have a doctor's degree. I don't know nothing. Okay, I'm just a degree. That's all. Okay, you can learn something.
Oh, you can say something.
Every day.
Everybody, and I gotta stop calling them this, and I need to apologize for calling him Spider. But I remember when he was on the radio, and Betty Covert remembers he was on the radio for years, doing the Earl Grays when Earl Grays.
Oh wow, Earl Grays
and James Moore, James Brown owned all of these radio stations.
Yeah.
He was on the radio.
Yeah, James Brown used to.
But anyway. Okay.
This is the thing that when the white people, y'all said you blame ourselves. The white people set you up for one thing that you cannot get rid of. It's embedded in you, in black people, is that we are consumers, not investors.
Okay,
that's the key. If we stop trying to
Now that's the mouthful.
That's the mouthful. That's right. We are the ultimate
that's what makes
consumer.
the black woman the most powerful person in the world. She's the number 2 consumer. She's the number 1 influencer. That's power.
No, that ain't powerful.
It is power if she turn it around, because she could say every black woman take off on Tuesday and it'll shut the Dow Jones, S&P 500, NASDAQ will close down, nail shops will close down. And I said, what y'all want, black women?
We have this power of
They got
voice.
power. Oh yeah, they got power. They just don't use it.
Let me tell you why that ain't power. That ain't power because you never, ever see a white woman use her intelligence for consumerism. Let me give you an example. The worst thing ever happened to black people, don't even know it, in 2020 was the pandemic. The best thing ever happened to black folks was the pandemic.
The best thing, an opinion. An opinion.
They gave you a stimulus check.
Oh.
What was that for? To stimulate you. Now, the mindset is, let me give you something to go spend $1,500 on a $1,400 purse. But the mindset, when you white or you're another person, let me give you an investment check. So the mindset, let me go invest. So
we're talking about consumerism in the black race versus
Right.
investing in the black race. Okay.
Keep them rich.
Are you being heard clearly out there? All right.
So
but that's
it's
consumerism. Yeah, it is consumerism.
Oh, we make a big thing. We spend $3 billion. Yeah, but
that's
the $30 billion they made on investment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the key.
And again, like I was saying earlier, so the money that they give to these foreigners have to put these businesses in black neighborhoods. So then when they put them in the black neighborhoods, who are making the money again? The government gave money that was allocated to blacks. They got it in a black neighborhood. They're just swearing us out. You go to the nail shop, they act like they don't hardly like you. I'm just being honest. And you pouring all your money back, and we have to make the change.
Well, now you have been on the forefront of that, because as I can remember some things you've done in Joppy.
Yeah.
With I didn't realize the police chiefs were at the head of that. But somebody got running water down there. And then they started working on repairing the homes.
Yeah.
Because they own all that property. They own that property.
Yeah. They're doing a big Habitat and other places are coming in. And Joppy is looking different.